One of the consequences of meeting a dog the wrong way or introducing yourself to a dog the wrong way is jumping. What most people do is when they meet a dog, especially when they meet a puppy, is they stick their hands out, they talk to them, they get all, oh baby, you're so cute kind of stuff. Apply the golden rule of no hands, no mouth, no eyes, which means you don't talk to them, you don't touch them, you don't give them any eye contact. You'll see in this video there's a bunch of puppies that are jumping all over me, and they're obviously a lot more than what you're going to be dealing with. So you can use your fingers in order to control, which is, if you notice in the video, what I'm controlling more than anything is not really the jumping when it comes to the puppies. It's more like them biting on my pants and on my shoes. And so a physical touch is okay in order to do so, because that's how dogs really communicate with each other. Now, a touch that's done in anger or frustration is not a touch. Physical touch is a calm, snappy approach, which just does nothing more than snap the focus of the dog's brain out of whatever it is that they're fixating on. That's how dogs communicate with each other. They communicate with touching with their mouth and touching with their paws. And that's the same thing we're doing to them. So if you notice in the videos, that's what I'm doing to the puppies when it comes to biting on my ankles. That's different than the jumping itself. If you stick your hand in a dog's face, your chances are you're going to get bit. If you have a dog that's an excitable dog, then they're going to jump all over you. And that's how things start. Now, you're going to notice Mama Sharpei over here with all of her puppies going to actually start jumping on me. And she's very excitable, loves people, but she's very excitable. So you'll notice that I actually start petting her at one point while she's jumping on me. And as soon as she comes down, she takes that as an invitation to be able to continue to jump all over me, which obviously is not what I want. But if I reward the jumping, which is what most people do, this is the consequences. The jumping not only continues, but it escalates in intensity. And when it comes to bigger dogs, that's where the problems begin. Most important thing is to ignore the behavior if at all possible. Now, if you notice, once I stop engaging with her, I stop petting her, and I realize that that's not a good thing, now I have to stop her and teach her that jumping is not okay. And in order for her to get my attention, which is exactly what she wants as her reward, she wants to be given attention and affection. I have to do that only and exclusively when she is not jumping and when she is calm. So if you'll notice, what I do is I plant my feet, I don't move around, and I just twist my body in order to get her off balance. You could also move forward in order to get her off balance. The one thing you do not want to do is step back. Otherwise, your dog kind of like steps in your space, and that is their signal to them that they have won that particular battle. So you're going to move forward or stand still and just twist your body around, or you could use your arms or your elbows. You could also use your fingers in order to not push, but just to block, just to let them kind of like bounce. And then when you notice, as soon as she's not jumping for just a split second, I jump in and I give her some affection, which is exactly what she's been wanting. So that's the whole premise of it, is you're going to get the affection, you're going to get the attention, but only when you are calm, only when you're not jumping. As much as she's engaging, yes, she's friendly, that's great. However, she does this to a child, a bigger dog does this to a person. It's very disrespectful, it's very painful. So the golden rule, no hands, no mouth, no eyes. Then plant your feet or move forward. Do not step back. Whatever you do, do not step back. And then use your fingers to kind of get them off if you absolutely need to, or you could twist your body to get them off balance. In the beginning stage, while you're teaching not to jump, you can give them affection. As soon as they stop jumping and as soon as they calm down, just a split second, you jump in there and you give affection. As soon as you see the escalation, the spike up of excitement starting to come, or when the jumping starting again, then you stop, you go back to what we were doing before, and then as soon as she goes back to the good behavior, then you start to reward. And that's the back and forth.